Morning, folks. Beautiful, beautiful to see you. Lovely to see you. I'm going to wait for a few of you lovelies to jump on. This is Dave Witcher. This is my live channel. This is YouTube live. This isn't edited, pre-recorded. This is live. Your comments and your participation is always welcome. Now, I'm in here for as long as I can be. I've got a friend going to be turning up very shortly to help me do a load of work. So as soon as he arrives at the gate and I can see him on the security cameras, I'm going to have to get going. But I've entitled this one Gislaine Maxwell. And I want you to understand first and foremost that we're at a very pivotal point in history. All right. Now, I feel slightly vindicated in as much as many years ago, when I first woke up, everyone referred to me as Conspiracy Dave. Okay. And I want to coin the phrase conspiracy theorist. Now, the term conspiracy theorist was created by the CIA back in the 70s. And what it was just to dismiss any truth information that was coming people's way. People got this buzzword called conspiracy theory so that you wouldn't take any notice. Now, the conspiracies go along with Pedogate, Pizzagate, 9/11, the Twin Towers, the government corruption. That is, I guess, is what you would call a conspiracy theorist. Now, many of us and banging the drums for years, right, saying that things are going to change. There's going to be a lot of ugly truths appearing in the world that a lot of people are not going to want to deal with. You're not going to want to deal with all these truths. You're not going to want to deal with them. All right, you're just not going to. Morning, everybody. Lovely to see you. She's a distraction. She's a distraction. She might be Boudica. Oh, Boudica. Beautiful. If you don't know the story of Boudica, you want to go and research that princess warrior queen. What a gorgeous woman Boudica was, having her family slain, and she went around and got all the tribes of this country together and smashed the Roman Empire. Good for her. Long live Britannica, long live England, long live God's people. So I feel a bit vindicated about, and now look, Gislaine Maxwell is a bit of a mouthful, so I'm going to refer to her this morning as Jizz, all right? Now, I know where I'm going with that, but I'm just going to refer to her as Jizz because it's easier than saying Gislaine Maxwell. So I'm going to just shorten her name down to Jizz, all right? And I'm sure Simon Cowell's had plenty of jizz in his time. That's all I'm saying. Lovely to see you all this morning, by the way. So the point is with this, we know that Jeffrey Epstein died of COVID 1984. We know that. We know that Epstein's probably alive somewhere, actually. I personally, I don't think he's dead, personally. I really don't. But this jizz, as I tell you, jizz is everywhere. She's going to be everywhere. There's going to be people talking about jizz all over the place. All right. Danny Thomas. All right, darling. So just for you that don't know, that just tuned in, jizz is my short terminology for Gislaine Maxwell. Who would ever call their child Gislaine? Didn't the parents like her or something when she come out the womb? Look at that ugly little fucker. Look, what we're going to call her? We'll call her Gislaine. Oh, all right then. I've never heard the name before. Is it an English name? Is it? Where's just the name Gislaine come from? Jizz Lane. Jizz Lane. Where are you off to? I'm going to Jizz Lane. Yeah, I'll be back later with a smile on my face. Do you know what I'm talking about? So look, people, this woman's going to sing like, I'm like a bird, I only fly away. She's going to sing like a bird. She's got the list as long as your arm's right. Now, there's a good chance, ladies and gentlemen, she will commit suicide. We know what goes on. She's in the same prison now as Epstein was in. So there's a good possibility that next week sometime, Jizz is going to be all over the paper. Jizz will be dead. She will have died, of course, from the COVID 1984. Someone obviously threw a COVID ball at her. And away we go. Dr. Kaufman, actually, if you want to go and research all about COVID-19, look up Dr. Kaufman. He was research and developer at MIT. Just been defamed and decredibilized for daring to speak out about COVID juice. So yourself, go and have a check it out. Aloha, Danny, Merv. Look, I'm only in here. I don't know how long I'm in here for. We're eating. Sorry, I'm just going to refer to her as Jizz, all right? Now, I know you're getting your breakfast down here this morning. I hope you ain't going to McDonald's because they found kids' teeth in McDonald's the other month. Do you remember in Japan, some little Quasimoto was, oh, am I gonna have a sausage? I better come back my phone this morning, please. With orange juice. Yeah, this is my best Japanese accent, all right? Now, if you're Japanese and you take, look, don't take offense. I've taken all my posts out in my garden, by the way, in case anyone does take offense. But, what's it? Me biting two full teeth. What's going on here? You know, Kung Fu Chewy pulls out three or four kids' teeth. You know the little kids' teeth. They look like caps, don't they? Remember the cap guns you used to have? You bum, bum, bum. You go, no, shoot your mate. The cap guns were all the rage when I was a kid. Let me tell you, that was our entertainment. It weren't tablets. It weren't computers. It was cap guns and spud guns and gat guns. When you got a little bit older, you got a gat gun. Yeah, fucking gonna. Used to stand. My mate laid in edge years ago with a rifle. See my little mate Ian Pateman. He's only about 4'2". He's from the Fakwari tribe. They stand out in the 4-foot grass. They jump up and down and go, "Where the Fakwari? Where the Fakwari?" Right. So anyway, he's got him. He shot him and winged him with a pellet. And then my mate Ian Pateman's dad, Brian Pateman, who's still with us, went round to see my mate's dad and went, "Your son's just shot my son up the fucking lane." He said, "But it must have been a good shot because he's tiny." Right. So the point is this, that's the times I grew up in. But these teeth look like the little caps. Remember the little caps? They were like flat and then had a little indent, and that's where the gunpowder was. It go bang. That's what kids' teeth look like when they fall out, like, you know, because you've seen parents tie their kids' tooth to the door and shut the door and the tooth flies out. It wouldn't happen if you got one of these big ones with the big roots in it. Not happening. So this Japanese guy found some kids' teeth. Now, this ain't conspiracy. This was, and where the burgers come from, they come from America. All McDonald's burgers come from America. If you're eating McDonald's, by the way, you're on a straight path to cancer and all that stuff. I'm just putting it out there because it is not food. It is, I don't know how to describe McDonald's food. The teacher that bought a McDonald's burger and fries and sat it in a glass cabinet in his schoolroom for 6 years, and it looked as good as the day it come out, funky fresh. You could have just tucked into that juicy, succulent cheeseburger. McDonald's pret-a-manger nowadays, pret-a-manger. Anyway, we can get back to Jizz. Let's get back to some Jizz this morning, right? So Jizz has been caught red-handed, right? She's got her hands in the fire. This woman has got books. She was the procurement manager for the Epstein Island, all right? She's got lists as long as your arms. Trust me. And a lot of you are going to go, oh, my God, Ellen DeGeneres, whatever her name is, Ellen DeGeneres, right? We've seen pictures of her. She's got tracksuits on. She looks sick. She's not getting her adrenochrome. If you don't know what adrenochrome is, you might want to go and look into that. Now we're getting it all out the bag and we're not conspiracy theorists no more, and all this stuff is now coming out to light. Ellen DeGeneres don't look very well, and there's a picture of her with a tracksuit and look like she's got a tag on her ankle, right? Because the system loves tagging people now. Well, she's a paedophile, maybe she deserves it. I'm not keen on tags. I think you should either take someone's liberty or let them be free. To me, that's just that's like animals, isn't it? You know, you put a tag in a cow's ear or a pig's nose. They've tagged humanity and souls and spirits, which is just really disgusting as far as I'm concerned, and it bothers me to my core that we have a system that goes on like that. But Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey is now in the frame. It won't be long before Tom Hanks comes out that he's been shagging Mr. Wilson. You're going to see all this coming to light, right? She is, as Checkett's Adam's apple, like all of Hollywood's Baphomet. Danny Thomas, mate. I'm not arguing with you at all there, brother. Not been Mackie since last year, not missed it. Planning on going back ever soon. Good for you, Merv. Musk Donalds. Exactly. So anyway, these teeth were found. This Japanese geezer suing. Oh, me go sue McDonald. Me go sue McDonald. Me go back to eat noodle now. You're naughty man. So McDonald's in Japan's not so clever at the minute. They've been finding kids' teeth. There was a video many years ago of a rabbi boasting about how they drink kids' blood, they beat them up, they get the adrenochrome, but they get the bodies left over, and then what they do is they put them through the food chain. I can share that video with you. Most of you are going to find it very, very hard to watch. I did, but these things are all coming out now, all right? So the top of the cream for me is this Jizz has got Andrew, HRH Andrew, and royal family connections, parties. I tell you, and I can wonder why Buckingham Palace is boarded up right now. The Queen must be dropping a fright fart. wherever she is, because I tell you something, just like this Jizz woman with her testimonies, if she's allowed to live and she don't die of COVID 1984, let me tell you, people, there's going to be a lot of drops. There's like you got no tomorrow. This woman was the organizer of the Epstein thing, right? The Lolita Express. Now, I've done a fair bit of digging into the Epstein stuff and the Lolita Express and the Obamas and the Clintons and all this other stuff. Let me tell you, Monica Lewinsky must be rubbing her hands together right now. And I'll bet you somewhere that woman has still got that fucking cardigan in one of her wardrobes somewhere, just in case. Now, Billy Clinton back in the day, the reason why he got off of blowing his load all over Monica Lewinsky's face and her top, excuse my French kids, this isn't a kid show, by the way, was that the reason why he got off with it was because basically what he said to Congress and the courts was, if you come for me, I'm going to expose a lot of stuff that you don't want exposing. So that's why Monica Lewinsky never got justice. But then again, Monica must have been a willing participant, unless Bill tied her hands around her back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Jizz got involved. I'm not sure. Maybe Jizz was involved in all this. Yeah, the White House. Jizz might have been there. Don't know, do you? You don't know. So these are the things we got to talk about, Peach. But look, I do feel vindicated because I now know that 2020 is the year for the truth to drop. It's like drum and bass. This is big, people. You are going to see things. People are going to see things come out in the news, and they're going to sit at home having their eggs and bacon after their hard day's work, paying all their taxes, and they're going to go, oh my fucking God. And we've been singing this drum for years, all right? We've been telling people that kids are being paedophiled, kids are being murdered. They've not took no notice, all right? Trust me, this is coming. This woman, I do believe, will be, she's already, like, taken a plea bargain. She's got, like, probably got a book of a probably dossier of everyone's name and times and rooms they stayed in and the kit. Oh, I'm telling you, I hope and pray. Look, and if there's anyone in law enforcement that ever sees my little muggy face, you got to keep this woman alive, because I don't care, right, what you stand for in the system, whether you're police or courts. You've got to want the truth now. This is children being abused, murdered, raped, paedophiled, and having adrenochrome extracted from them. You've got to stand for the truth. The light has got to be shining on you. Otherwise, you're just continuing to perpetrate the darkness. And so you should really be helping Jizz now. You should all be stood by Jizz. I'm going to say a little prayer for Jizz this morning. Jizz, may God bless you, and may God keep you safe, and may the truth be told. God bless the Jizz. That's all I'm saying. Tom Hanks is the head poncho in the ring. Exactly. And look how Ricky Gervais, whether you like him or you don't like him, I find him a little bit hard work. But then that's just how that's how the world is, peas and carrots, right? So Ricky Gervais has started up his own YouTube channel, yeah? And he's sat at home having a beer and he's talking about his stuff and he brings a few people in. And he says that when he's out there in the world of celebrities, he don't participate in none of it. He don't knock about with none of them. He's quite happy to be on his own in his own home. This is just his living. That's all he does. What he's saying is he don't socialise with these sociocrats, these people in Hollywood and all that think they're the bollocks. He don't. He said he doesn't. And his channel, he's been revealing quite a few truths. He was talking about the Tom Hanks thing, what he did. He said, all you dirty pedo bastards. He said, they're your friends, not mine. I'll give him a bit of kudos for that, in fairness. I really do. Protect the children. Look, yeah. So if you work in the courts, if you work in the old bill, your first and foremost duty is to protect the kids, and you fail to do it. Now's the time to exonerate yourselves. It's now time to make sure that Jizz, no harm comes to Jizz, because we all loving the Jizz right now, let me tell you. And we've got to keep her safe, and we've got to get her testimonies out. We've got to make sure that she can get on the stand and she can testify under oath and she can give all this credible evidence. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to bring the House of Cards right down. The House of Cards is going to fall with what information that Jizz has to give. Let me tell you, because if I was HRH Andrew right now, I would be powder coating my farts. I really would, because that man's in a lot of fucking trouble, right? Because she's got so much on him. I can feel it in my heart. I know that he's in a lot of trouble right now. Nice to see you, Timmy Bobbinson. Protect the children, Mark Busby. Yes, gorgeous. Absolutely right. We've got the flat earther in here. Is it flat? But it's a round thing anyway. It's a bit like the top of this cup, right? So the top of this cup's flat, but if you turn it like that, it's round, yeah? But like that, it's still round, but flat. That's, I think, where you're going with this flat earth thing, right? Yeah, look. Now, all I can say is on the flat earth thing, that's a debate for another day. But when I've been up in the sky in aeroplanes at 36,000 feet, I've not seen a curve. I've seen a flat thing. So I always believe what my eyes tell me. I don't want to discuss it because people go, oh, he's a flat earther. I'm not. I don't care. To me personally, I don't care whether the earth is flat or round. This is where I get my orders from, because it does say in here that the earth is flat as four corners and as a firmament, which separates the waters from above and the waters below. Now, there isn't a man or a woman alive that will go under oath and testimony and argue that book. There is no one alive that will do that. And Buzz Aldrin years ago, a guy went up to him, Buzz, a bit of a pisshead, went up to him and said, here, Buzz, he says, when you went up in space, he says, you didn't, did you? You faked it all because the firmament. And he said, put your hand on the Bible and swear that you've been on the earth, on the moon, and been in space. And Buzz threw a punch at this geezer and told him to do one. Maybe Buzz Aldrin's on Jizz's list. I don't know. But I just look, fair play to Jizz. She's been caught red-handed. She's got her fingers in the pie. She needs to stay alive, people. If you know anyone that knows Jizz, that works in the system, that's a prison officer, you've got to make sure that she don't die of COVID-19 84, right? Oh, and by the way, today, Saturday, the 4th of July, Independence Day, right? American Independence Day. I was born on the 4th of July, man. Yeah. Right? Listen, they're opening up the pubs again. And personally, I'll be very careful about going out to the abusers, because I can see a lot of trouble coming, because people are going to go like fucking spastics today, up and around the world. So just be careful out there if you're going out and you're going to the pubs today. Personally, I won't book to go to a pub. I won't stand there and order a pint with a split screen or stand 2 meters apart from my brothers and sisters. I'll give the pubs 2 of them and they can kiss my sweet lily butt cheeks. Or Jizz's butt cheeks, whichever they want to kiss. I won't participate. I'm not participating in this stuff, this fuckery. I'm not going to a restaurant and sitting miles apart from everyone and having my food turned up by a fucking robot. That's not the world I want to live in. I can't find any BLM to troll anymore. Oh, mate, I feel for you. Listen, there was a big estate in London today, I think, or yesterday. The police have gone to turn up on this estate in their droves to do whatever. And the people have all come together now and just basically pushed the police back and told them to fuck off. Now, personally, as you know, my feelings of the police farce in this country is they are a militia, they are a Gestapo, and I don't think it's healthy. So if they get pushed back and they get told by the people of this country who is boss and that the people are all amicable and they're not using violence, then good for them for standing up to the police, because the police are as corrupt as fuck and I can't stand it. They shout impeach, but they say he's said a new whistleblower will arise, a new Snowden. Yeah, I'm telling you. Hello, Claire. Lovely to see you, darling. I don't know how long I'm in it for. The minute I see me mate turn up in his van, I'm off ski. But I wanted to talk about Jizz this morning, Claire. Don't get too excited or too offended. I'm talking about Gislaine Maxwell. I've just narrowed the name down, saved me saying Gislaine all the time. Now, I can't personally think of anything worse than calling your child Gislaine. If there's any Gislaines out and you want to come and punch me about, come and punch me about. I'm only teasing. Personally, I think her parents didn't like her. I think her parents must. I looked at her come out of the room and went, fuck me, what you done here? Jesus Christ, is this special? What are we going to call her? Well, Gislaine? Yeah, I do. Yeah, smash her up. Very posh. Oh, Gislaine, I'm arriving. Yes, I am, darling. That's what posh people say when they, you know what I'm saying? I'm arriving, darling. Yeah. That's when the train pulls into the station. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So lovely to see you, darling. Craigie Baxter. Nice to see you, Craig, this morning. Mikey Reynolds. Oi. No pubs around here anyway. Look, apparently up at our local pub, the Queen's Head, King's Head, wherever it is, you've got to book in. My missus said you've got to phone them up. I went, fuck that. I'll stay at home. Excuse my French. I'm not going to do none of this fuckery. I'm not involved in none of it. But trust me, if you're in a city or a town centre today, these pubs are open 4th of July, Independence Day. Boris Johnson's just test run his COVID-19 thing for the last few months. He's gauged the country and he's just written his report and he said, yeah, they're all fucktards and deserve what they get because no one's really stood up to this COVID juice thing. And 99% of people recover from the COVID juice. Hardly anyone's died. We've not lost anybody around here. It's certainly not been an epidemic or a pandemic because I've not having to go out and pick up bodies and take them down to my local tip. There's so much going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. Before I disappear, let me tell you, we've got the Madeleine McCann thing, the Podesta brothers all coming out. But I feel I'm just sat over here sipping my tea nowadays, peeps, going, you know what? We've been saying this for years now. Now it's all coming into full view. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. Happy days. So, yeah, Jizz is going to be singing like a bird. I think HRH, Andrew. Now, my friend who's just popped in the room, I'm not going to say his name, used to drive for the royal families, used to be hired out, and he stayed over one night with Fergie, the redhead, red hair, red garage, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell it how it is. If you don't like it, all I'm saying is the cuffs and collars match, right? That's all I'm saying is you get the suck, you get the cut, they're all matching. They put him up, and she come in and see me, mate, and he had his food delivered, and it weren't delivery, it was by royal appointment. And she said to my mate, did you like the food? And he said, well, it was all right. And she said, well, it's what we had, you know. And he went, oh, well, yeah, it was all right. Anyway, she said, well, look, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for driving us all around today. Pick us up at such and such a time in the morning. Obviously, we're not too far away from you. We'll give you a call, wherever it is. And when he said he turned the channel on, it was just all porn channels. He said they're fucking unbelievable. He said they're shagging like rabbits. But don't forget, that's human nature, but obviously not kids. So we are going to see the fall of this cabal situation now. Gislaine Maxwell, Jizz, is going to start screaming and singing like a bird. Hallelujah. She's going to be the new Nelly Furtado, ladies and gentlemen. She is going to be, I'm like a bird, I only fly away. And she didn't kill herself next Wednesday, all right? She didn't kill herself next Thursday. She didn't commit suicide. She didn't die of COVID-19. We know what the system gets up to, right? Personally, as I say, I don't think Epstein died. I think they just got him off to Bora Bora. He's probably sat out there with a tribe somewhere, got a bun through his nose, and he's singing and chanting where the Fakwari. Maybe they've just put him out to Siberia. Who knows? I don't know. But the signs are in the heavens. Big things coming, including tidal waves. Good. To be honest with you, right, the world needs a cleanse out. I've always said this. If it means that I've got to perish for this earth to be cleansed, fucking so be it, man, because this earth's stinking right now. Stinking. All the paedophilic, all the stuff that's going on, all the depravity of the children. My good God. All the dumb bases. They found kids underground. They have had the US Marines. And I did see a post yesterday of Jassara and Asara, before I disappear, because I am going to get going, so I've got to sort myself out. My mate will be very present. I know he will. I can feel it in my water. But apparently someone put a post up that Trump has sent his military out and they've, what is it, mixed the magpie? What are you doing on my driveway? They've got all the gold, right? Trump has got all the gold back. Apparently I've seen this big warehouse. He's robbed all the Queen. He's robbed all the Fed. He's got the gold somewhere. And they're going back to this bimetallic currency. So, you know, I'm just saying how it is. I just get given loads of nuggets, loads of information. I get contacted by thousands and thousands and thousands of people. It's beautiful. It really is. Dave Witcher, same here. My life is for humanity now. Amen, brother. Mikey Reynolds says, you talking about me? I might have been, but I can neither confirm nor deny that thing because of like anonymity for my viewers. That's all I'm saying. More chance of being struck by lightning. Yeah, I met Robert Maxwell. See, that's what I'm saying. Is that his daughter? Is Jizz his daughter? It probably is. Yeah, Robert Maxwell. He's he's still alive, Maxwell, and he's the Zionist newspaper geezer. Dus Volts. Yeah, Dus Volt. That's I think I know who you are. It's my Knights Templar friend. Yeah, I think I know who you are. I think I know who Timmy Bobbinson is. Default is a Knights Templar term. I don't know quite what it means, although I have studied a little bit about the Knights Templars, and I do have a Knights Templar ring somewhere. Oh, it's been so funny, ladies and gentlemen, over the years since I've been talking a little bit of truth and wisdom. I've been called a Mason. I've been called a Templar. Mate, the list goes on. Even today, when I pop into certain channels, here's Witcher, the Mason. I'm like, where? Anyone got any evidence of this? Look, let me tell you, just to get this out there, if I was in the Masons or if I was in any of that Templar nonsense, I would just say so. I would not hide. I'm not someone that hides. I'm not someone that hides my feelings. I'm not someone, if you ask me a question, I'd give it a God's honest truth, right? But the amount of people out there that are absolutely convinced, oh yeah, he's a Mason, he's in so-and-so. I'm like, well, where's your evidence? This is the trouble with the world. You're called the second best plumber in Kent. Amen to that, sunshine. Look at the hands. The hands don't lie. They're all bent up. No deal. No dead. No deal. Oh, is that what it means? No dead. Des Volt. Dus Volt. Is it Latin? Latin. They say the rings around Uranus are really big this time of year. Well, I don't know why I just come out with that, but I did. You're talking about me? Yeah, I ain't got my glasses on, so if I'm reading comments out twice, I do apologise. I'm like Elmer Fudd now. When I got my bins on, yeah, I mean, I've only got sunglasses over in there. Look, just in case I want to go a little bit ab-lib and a little bit abnormal. Here we go. Hey, I hope you're all used to your new abnormal anyway. Robert Maxwell was murdered. Oh, on his boat. He slips off the side of the boat, didn't he? Back in the 90s or the late 80s. I think it was the 90s. So that's his daughter, is it? Jizz. I wonder if she was on the boat at the time. Perhaps he slipped on Jizz. You don't know, do you? You don't know. Slipped on Jizz, straight over the edge of the boat, in the old serpentine, and he's dead. Bob's your uncle. There's a lot that goes on, ladies and gentlemen. There was a banker that was hung under Blackfriars Bridge years ago with bricks and money in his pocket. I think he had bricks on his feet and money in his pocket. And what it was, he was swinging in the wind there, stinking up a little bit. And it was the banking cartel, letting everyone in the world knows what happens if you're in the banking industry and you try and fuck them up and talk about shit. That's what happens to you. You end up swinging around about under Blackfriars Bridge. Now, the point is this. It's just for pieces of paper. Yeah, the banking system is just for pieces of paper. It's just pieces of paper. They got nothing of value. They just go, computer says no. And off you move. You don't get your loans. You don't get your mortgages paid. They don't lend you nothing. If you wrote to your bank today and says, "Yeah, you remember that? So like 10 years ago, I took a mortgage out with your Santander." Yeah. Listen, I've been doing a little bit of research. It's me tapping away on a computer screen. And what I need to see is your auditing. I need to see your balance books where you took your equity, your liquidity, your equitable, whatever it is that you had that I borrowed from you. Yeah. Because what happens is when you borrow and it's over there, you sign a little loan agreement, right? I remember doing this years ago on a hi-fi, which I bought from a shop. And then when I'd been in and paid each week, and I paid this sum of money off, I got the original note back. Yeah, because all bets are off then. They've satisfied. I've paid them with a little bit on top, wherever it is. They've given me my note back. I can remember it very clearly happening. So why don't happen with the mortgage? No, because they don't lend you fuck all. They just press print. That's what this banking cartel's done. It's imaginary. They just go, they qualify it. How much do you earn a month, love? Well, I'm earning a couple of grand. Oh, yeah, we might lend you that little bit of money because we think that on balance of probability, you can keep paying this fictional bollocks. And but they don't. That's it. It's just a qualification. And then they just go onto their computer and go, because we're gods, press print. And that's basically the banking industry in a nutshell. They've got nothing. They have nothing. And they've enslaved us all off the back of whatever it is that they've been doing. So that's the truth right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is a real truth. So Gislaine Maxwell, watch this space. Let me tell you, if she is allowed to stay alive and she doesn't commit suicide next Wednesday or die of COVID juice, I could just see her. She's hung from the neck, dead, in all the newspapers. Died of COVID-19. I can see the headlines now. I can see the headlines now, ladies and gentlemen. She died of COVID-19. What's these marks around the neck? Oh, it's COVID juice. Yeah, it's got her. Done her. Yeah, she's done. Yeah, she's got COVID. Yeah, she's got COVID. Oh, I don't know anyone around here. We've not been throwing out our dead, Mikey, have we? Anyone throwing out any dead? No. I've got neighbours both sides in their 80s. Healthy as you like. Healthy as you like. Swinging around. They're out there breathing in that beautiful oxygen and exhaling their CO2. We don't wear masks around here. We don't need to because we're in the country, gangsters. That's all I'm saying, right? But my neighbours out there swinging about on these bits and bobs out there today. He's 84, 85, 86. Got hands like shovels, fit as you like. Prince Andrew might disappear, fake death too. Oh, dear. Could be. Robert Maxwell was murdered. He was, yeah. On his boat, I do believe. Not seen Prince Philip. He might be in America. Yeah, I mean, I think the Royals have done a fucking runner, to be fair. I think they know that this shit was getting real. I think they know that once Epstein slipped up and tripped on the old banana skin, that it weren't looking too pretty for them. And they're thinking, fucking hell, if that Giselle gets out, that Jizz, and starts singing, this woman, listen, in all of this Epstein stuff and whatever's gone on out there, you've got no idea who Jizz was. She organised all of this stuff, the airplanes, she organised the rooms, the kids, she was the organiser of this old pedo scandal thing. Love you all. I'll see you sometime over the weekend, people. Listen, do me a favour. Please share, like and subscribe. If you enjoy my common sense, rationale and humour, tell your friends, tell your families. My channel's growing. It is slow. But do you know what? I like it that way because I want people to tune into me that like the vibration and like the energy. I don't want goals. I want to grow this slow. I want to keep it monitored. I have my moderators in this channel who keep things nice and clean. And it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Merv, I love you, brother. Look after yourself. Mikey Reynolds, you are the best. Simply the best. Ooh, better than all the rest. He's a dude. Let me tell you, Mikey round the corner. So, yeah, peeps, I love you all. I'm going to get going because my mate, I said he was going to be here 10 minutes ago. He's not here, is he? But it's slightly raining as well, so it's not nice. Perhaps he ain't coming out to play like Andy Pandy. I don't know. So, peeps, I love you all. I'll see you all soon. Stay blessed, stay loved, have beautiful weekends, and watch this space and enjoy your freedoms.